Here we go. So welcome to our introductory dialogue with Priscilla, myself, and the Onicio, Danny. So I'm going to begin by introducing my fellow classmate. His name is Dionisio Gonzalez, goes by Danny. He lives in Clovis, but he's originally from Fresno. He actually is at Clovis Community and planning to stay there for the 2 years and eventually transfer over to Fresno State. His degree for Fresno State is unknown at the moment. Some of the challenges that he faced during these unprecedented times of COVID are that of being just a typical high school student and having to learn to be more responsible and turn in his work on his own. It became a little bit more difficult because him being a procrastinator at times was obviously putting him to the test. One thing that he looks forward to is over this, maybe on any given weekend, would be him seeing one of his best friends that he has had since 6th grade. And this ice cream flavor that he likes to describe, as himself would be that of mint and chip. And it's described, according to him, as a cool twist because it's a cool mint and it's also not like regular chocolate chip. The last time that he lost his cool would have to be when he had some stuff going on. He was working on assignments and had a lot of challenges going on, and his parents just kind of kept coming up to him, kept questioning him, kept kind of what he says maybe nagging at him, and it was becoming overwhelming. So he snapped. It wasn't one of his more prouder moments, but he did. His all expense paid trip would be going back to the daycare that is instilled a lot into him and been a really good memory for him. He has developed a lot, and owes credit to that. And he likes to take into consideration and appreciate how far he's come. 3 words that would describe him would be that he's calm, happy, and optimistic. Another another one that we had discussed was that his favorite person or favorite relationship would be with his dad. His dad is a great example for him. He teaches him a lot about his current work and what line of work he's in. And he's also introduced and showed the family his love for outdoors and the outdoor life and camping. And they do that quite a few times a year.
Oh, very sorry. Anyways, so my name is Dionisio Gonzalez, or Danny, as she has stated before, and my partner is Priscilla Trejo. She currently lives in Fresno, but she has also lived in Clovis prior right now. And what she does plan on doing in college would be to be finishing her AA and transferring over to Fresno Pacific to continue and pursue her BA in social work. In terms of the challenges that she has faced, one of the challenges she has faced during this whole COVID lockdown, it would have to be moving while she had her moving while she was had children was while she was having well not while she was having but she while she is taking care of children, working, and still going to college. And during this time she was also fighting with several other people for 4 months to actually get a place to stay, so that was a really tough struggle for her at the time. And during, let's see, anytime at the weekend or just any time in general, if she was with anyone, it would have to be her just going out to the movies and just eating for some place out for the day, which is a pretty simple thing, but it's fun. It's not much to do during the day, and it's not too taxing. It's just good, relaxing, and fun in the end of the day. In terms of what ice cream flavor she decided for herself, she thought she would be best described as butter pecan because of its balance between sweet and salty of the flavors with the pecan and the ice cream itself. in terms of times when she has actually snapped, that would have to be fairly recent with a bad work day that happened. And then her children were having some antics, so they called her, and that was the breaking point. I think that would probably be a breaking point for a lot of parents, actually. And anyways, in terms of places that she would want to go, she figured she would love to go to New York because not only is it on her bucket list, but she would also feel like it would be an interesting experience considering that living in the Central Valley is slow compared to the more just energetic and very fast-paced lifestyle of a New Yorker as well. In terms of words that she would describe herself, she would describe herself as a good listener, good at understanding people, and generous. And in terms of the one of the most important relationships she's had, it would be with her boyfriend, who has actually who has not only been a great influence and acted as a father figure towards her children, even when he had none at the time, but he has also helped her in her journey to getting back into into getting back into college and pursuing the education that she's always wanted, as well as that she feels like that she could take on the trials that life has to face. Life has given us all with him in the end.
Okay, so
Anyway,
that concludes our introductory dialogue for Priscilla and Danny. Thank you.
thank you.